Let's play some APBA golf. I'm Scott Muller with my good friend Jeff Siegel, who's joining us on this live stream. And this is the first time that Jeff and I have actually played together, even though I feel like Jeff and I go way back. Jeff was one of the early adopters of the Game Caddy. And before going on air tonight, I went back and looked at, I have this list that's numbered of who all has inquired about the Game Caddy, and when that was, and in what order. And Jeff, you are Game Caddy user number 7.
Wow, top 10
out of 169. Now that's the current number of folks that have obtained copies of the Game Caddy. Not delusional to think that everybody uses it or everybody uses it all the time, but that makes you an old timer.
Yeah, I feel it. Seems like forever ago that we were talking about this, and I remember it in its earliest stages, and boy, it's come a long way.
Well, and partly you're responsible for that, because you gave feedback early on in the development of the Game Caddy, terms of what worked well, what didn't work well, and you suggested a number of improvements, and many of which got implemented, including the course adjustment tool that you find on the Caddy tabs. There's one suggestion that you've made repeatedly that I have not granted. I'll bet you know which one that is. Can you remember?
Sound effects.
That's right. Yes, and I think it's a cool idea. You sink a long putt, or it's a critical situation that maybe you could click on something and the crowd would roar, or the sound of hitting the ball when you roll the dice. All those are great ideas. Unfortunately, Excel is not the platform that's good for that kind of thing, and it would really balloon the size of the file, slow things down every which way, and would probably never happen in sync anyway. So I like the idea, but I don't know of a way to be able to implement that.
That's been more of just a running joke between me and you, Scott, and because when this Game Caddy started and I got my hands on it and you asked for things, I don't know anything about programming, and you've learned that because you've helped me so many times with the Game Caddy record book, the Caddy. I would call, send a screenshot of what's wrong, and then it'd be just send me the file. So it got to the point where I would just say, yeah, why don't we do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Because I don't know how to do it. So I just kept telling you stuff to do, and a lot of them you just managed to get in there, and it's really just made the Game Caddy something special. I mean, it's just saved so much time. It's really a great tool.
Well, thank you for that. And I think even though you didn't necessarily suggest, it would be great if you had an all-in-one menu that managed everything for you. I do think cumulatively, that's a hard word for me to say. Your suggestions sort of led to that idea, because conceptually what you wanted is to have things be as automated as possible, and right. And that's a lot of what that all-in-one menu does.
Yeah, well, that also comes from, one of the other things I would tell you all the time is, if it can be broken, I will break it. And so the more things that I don't have to do on my own, and the more little, Golf Caddy for Dummies is on the screen, the better chance I'm not going to mess it up. So, and one of honestly, the last thing I'll say too, that I think is a great thing that a lot of people don't realize with the Game Caddy, it's not so much that it does all the work for you, but it also helps you understand the rules of the game, because the Game Caddy shows its work. So many times, and I think early in those early days, I would email you, something must be wrong with this because I hit it here and then it says that I'm 15 yards shorter. And then you'd say, well, go to the, the conditions tab, go to the wind, box. So and sure enough, there would be the roll. And that when I looked at the roll and I looked at the book, the Bible, the original, the old school book, there was the rule. there was the yardage, and the game caddy was right. So I learned that rule from the game caddy, not because I did it, the game caddy did it, but it made me look to learn what the rules really are. And that's another great tool.
Well, and part of the motivation on my part for building the game caddy, because originally it was a tool for me, to be able to play better, right? I didn't have this idea that I'm, going to build a game caddy for other people, but it was really for me and to help me, because I would either forget rules, or even if I remember the rule, I might forget to apply it in a particular situation. And, and so 95, this is a number picked out of thin air, but 95% of what you can find in the game caddy, if you know where to look, is there, right?
Right.
There may be some things that you can't see, and you might be, scratch your head a little bit. And when that comes up, and there are just a couple of instances where that comes up, it's not because I'm trying to, keep you from knowing what's going on. It's just, again, it's an Excel workbook, and it doesn't always lend itself to showing everything and being able to do it in the space available so that it will all fit on a typical size monitor, right? Right. Size is really the limiting factor there, screen size.
Yeah. Okay,
so let's get started. You wanted to play Empire, which is Bethpage Black, and you've played that course, right? I mean, in real life.
Absolutely. I grew up on Long Island, and grew up 20 minutes away. And Bethpage has like 6 courses there, Black being the premier course, the toughest course. So when I learned how to play golf, that was one of the main courses that I learned to play on. Not the Black per se. Once I got a little better, still not good enough, I played the Black, maybe a dozen times over my life. And I played it before they fixed it up. And back then, Tiger couldn't survive that course. The rough was up to your knees, and if you hit it in the rough, it's just a lost ball. You're never going to find it, and you hope you didn't find it, because if you found it, you're never getting out, because it's just like a weed whacker you have to take in there. Mm-hmm. Once they cleaned it up, it's still a ridiculously hard course, but it's just one of my favorite courses.
Well, and I have played it a number of times, more so than I had played Sand Hills, where I was, playing against John in the previous live streams. But, this is a tough course. I mean, it's hard to break par on this, even with the best players, in part because of narrow fairways and small greens, and, and you've got some water and some other things like that.
Lots of uphill shots, and it's a tough one. I didn't make it easy on us.
Okay. So on the screen, we've got our 2 players. I'm going to be Annika Sorenstam, and you're going to be Phil Mickelson. Some people I think most golfers are familiar with. And, if you, I don't know how in focus this is. I'm going to bring this up a little bit, so it might be a little bit easier to see. Look at all those single digits on her card. I mean, there was a reason why I picked her.
Yeah.
both in the W and the I column. I mean, she's a very accurate golfer. And of course, that's her all-time great 2005 card. And then you've got Phil, who's no slouch either. Nope. I wonder, Jeff, are you left-handed?
No.
Because a lot of, Phil's fans are fans, I think, mainly because they're left-handed.
No, I always liked him till the whole live thing, but that's another story.
Yeah. We won't go down that path.
No. All right. Let's keep it friendly.
Okay. All right. So you and I have established a few ground rules before tonight. One of which is that we're going to use, for Annika, we're going to use the LPGA adjustments. And for people who might not know what I'm referring to, I'm holding here the APBA Golf rule book from the 2014 game. This is page 6, and you can see APBA Golf optional lady golfers game rules. And there's just 2 of them, and what they apply to is essentially what they are applying to is how far shots go with clubs, the shorter distances, right? And then the second rule there applies to, how far the tees are away from the flag location that's there. So there are adjustments in both cases. And I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. If you want to read it, you've got it there on the screen. Thankfully, the game caddy knows these two rules, and so all we're going to need to do is apply them to Annika, but not apply them to Phil, and that's not at all difficult for us to be able to do. So I'll move that out of the way, and let's go over to the game caddy. And we're going to be using caddies 3 and 4 tonight, and I've gone ahead and filled out the golfers' information from the cards that I just showed you. So with Annika, she has an average W of 4, average I of 3, momentum 1, bounce back 2, sand. She has 3 sand points. Shot making is A in both directions, 3 clutch points, and a scramble adjustment number of 1. And the 3 additional clubs that I've selected for her are the 4 wood, 2 iron, and 3 iron, which is quite common for me. I tend to go with that. And then over here on caddy 4, we've got Phil Mickelson. Also an average W of 4, an average I of 3, momentum of 3, bounce back of 1, 2 sand points, working the ball in both directions is an A, no clutch and number, and a scramble of 1. And you've selected a 3 wood, 5 wood, and 2 iron for your additional clubs in the bag there. Now we need to hop over here to the conditions tab and do a couple of things. The first thing we want to do, because of how we're going to play tonight, is use the configuration settings menu here. And we're going to be using the master game rules. Got to do that in order to be able to use the LPGA. The lie types, we'll use the master lie types as opposed to the basic. There's a lot fewer of them in the basic. I'm going to click on LPGA here, and that makes those adjustments for those 2 rules that I showed you in the rule book. Now, they won't show up right away, but the adjustments are made. We can use standard wind. Empire doesn't have any special wind rules. It does have adjustments in terms of course length for hitting uphill or downhill, but not due to wind. We're using the original dogleg procedure here, and I'll say a little bit more about doglegs in just a minute. And then these other settings are really mainly just for how you like the game caddy to look. Until we get down to here, the tree shot point of view, we're going to use the default, and that's the original point of view versus the player's point of view. Original simply just means that the shots are results are relative to the center line as opposed to where the player's ball is. And it's called original because that's at least my interpretation of the original game rules, the 2014 game rules. And, if you're okay, we just leave the rest of these on default settings. Work the ball for A-rated players, original, minimum shot roll, original, IR scramble, original, and putting boards. Do you want to use the regular or the major championship? That's your call.
Let's stick with regular.
Okay. Yeah, with these small greens, It'll be challenging enough to even get the ball in the green.
Absolutely.
So we'll go ahead and apply those settings. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll for the pin number and stuff, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're going to be pin number 6. Empire is a E-rated wind course. So let's roll for wind first. Oh, goodness. 61.
Oh, boy.
E. So we've got blustery wind again. I was so hoping that that wouldn't be the case. Okay, and then hopefully we're not going to end up with soaked conditions. All right, let's see what we get here. Okay, 7, that'll be normal conditions. So we just leave that the way that it is. There is no wind type. I'll just put in rando. I do that for my own benefit because I keep track of these scores after the fact.
Okay.
All right, and I've already got Empire imported as our course. A couple of things that we agreed on prior to going live. So I give you credit. You created this version of Empire for the Game Caddy, and you did that a long time ago. And there is some confusion, not on your part, but from APBA on what the severity of the dog legs should be. APBA put out separately, and basically what I'm referring to is this little note right here. APBA put out separately a PDF document that assigned dog leg severity ratings to all the holes on Empire. And yet some of those ratings don't line up with rule number 6 in the rule book, which talks about how you determine dog leg severities. So what I did with what you gave me was I just applied rule 6. I looked at each hole and figured out whether it should be a gentle dog leg, normal dog leg, or severe dog leg based on how it appears on the course board. And I disregarded that PDF document from APBA. However, you'll notice on a number of these holes that there will be an alternate dog leg that you can use. For example, I'm looking at hole 12 here. The normal dog leg is at 305 left, but there's an alternate dog leg that you can use that is severe. So again, the way it measures out is as a normal dog leg at 305 left, but that PDF document refers to that as a severe dog leg. And if you want to change that, you can certainly change it to your liking. Essentially, what you would do is just edit this N here and change it to an S. And the Game Caddy, when you go to load that hole, will use your edited version of that. All right, now there's some other things that we need to do here. Because I'm player 3, I am going to be using the alternate hole distance. Okay, you're player 4 and you are not. So I'm going to change that Y to an N. And I'm going to do the same thing over here for the alternate club distances. And you'll notice that players 1 and 2 have a Y in both cases, and I could change those to N's. But in essence, the Game Caddy is just going to ignore because we don't have players in there. So it's not going to be taken into account at all. So it doesn't really matter what letter appears for player 1 or player 2. I think we're ready to go. Okay. I don't know if we have any viewers or not. I'm looking over here at the chat, and no one has chimed in yet, although what I've learned is that sometimes people just like to watch and watch live, but they don't want to engage via the chats, perhaps in part because it makes your screen smaller. But if anybody's here and you want to ask questions or play along with us, just let us know. All right, so let's load hole number 1. Do you have any questions before we get started, Jeff? Hopefully I've covered everything.
I think so.
Okay. And we decided ahead of time that I was going to tee off first. So Annika's up now. This is a normal dog leg at 280 right. And we got pin number 6. I need to show the hole here to folks too. That'll be in the right front of the green. All right, 1 second while I get organized here. And did we get any wind? We have no wind on this. Tee shots carry an additional 10 yards. And you'll notice that because Annika is teeing off here, there's a 30-yard adjustment for the hole length, right? So I play 30 yards shorter for you. And I'm going to do the course adjustments because you're going to get the benefit of that 10-yard carry as well. And I think we're up here.
Okay.
Okay. So let me show the course so people can see what we're looking at here. All right. So here's pin 6 right here in the front right. We got this dog leg at 275. So I probably don't want to hit much past that 275 if possible. Come back over here to the game caddy. 235 with the driver. 245 with the course adjustment. I'm going to go ahead and tee off with the driver. And I'm not going to aim or anything.
Okay.
36. Oh, boy. All right. So 36 is the 14. So I managed to get one of the double.
It's the only double-digit number on the card.
Yeah. All right. Let's see where we go here. So 265 right, 30, and roll 30 if I get any roll here. All right, so 265 right, 30. 10, 20, 30. I do. And then I'm going to get half of that roll. So I'm going to get 15 yards roll. So that's going to put me in sort of grid no man's land, but you know, the game caddy will know where that is. All right, so I'm at 280 right, 30. I didn't go through the dog leg far enough for that to even make any difference. So I'm having trouble controlling the mouse here. It's jumping around on me a little bit. Okay, there we go. Regular rough. All right. And now you're going to be up.
All right. Let's go.
Wait a minute. That shouldn't happen. You shouldn't have that carry 30 in there. This is not working correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Did that get changed? So somehow it got changed from the Y to an N. I don't know why that got changed. It may have been after I did something on the conditions tab, but that's not correct. So what I may need to do is just reload.
Okay.
Let me see if I can fix this. Yeah, let me. How am I going to do this? I think I can't edit that directly. So what I'm for this one hole, I'm going to do something a little squirrely here. I'm going to change that to a 40.
Right. Okay.
Well, wait a minute. No, I would change it to. I would subtract 30.
Right.
So that would make it a minus 20.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go 3 wood, and I'm going to aim 5 right.
5 right. Okay. Oh, so we got somebody here. Stephen Field is here. Hi, guys. How are you, Stephen? Good to see you tonight. Thanks for coming out. And I'll roll for you. 26 in the W column.
32.
Well, you may go through that dog leg.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens here. So 240, right 20. No, you'll be all right. See, 240, right 20, roll 30. Are you going to be in those trees?
Yeah.
All right. So you hit the tree, and you're not going to get any roll. But we decided, again, before going live, that we were going to use the tree bounce tool here. So I'm going to click on the tree bounce, and let's see what happens to you. Ball bounces 5 yards to the right, okay? And the game caddy has already recorded that. So that means you're going to be 25. So that's 10, 25 right there. Okay. So you're barely you're less than 1 full square into the trees from the easterly direction. And we probably need to have another conversation here because I didn't think about that.
Should that be 35 though, Scott? Because it's 5 right, no?
Oh, let me look. I may have it wrong. I'm trying to. So 5 right.
Oh no.
Okay, 25. Right. The shot itself went 15 right.
Oh, okay, okay.
You aimed 5 right, so that's 20.
That's 20. Okay, I got you. All right.
And you get the 5 extra from the tree bounce.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Yep, I'm good.
All right. So let's talk for a second. So I think the strict interpretation of the APBA rules says that you determine whether you're under a tree or stymied by counting perpendicular to the center line along here. So you would be at that spot where I've got the arrow, you would be, and that's where your ball is, that you would be one full square and then a portion of another square under the tree. So by the traditional APBA rule interpretation, your ball is under a tree. Now, however, Dr. Klein has come out, and he's the APBA master game designer, okay? He has subsequently come out with a different interpretation of how to play this. And if I understand that interpretation correctly, what he would say is you're actually, because you've got space here, and let me do this with the actual ball, because you're less than one full square here, you're actually not under a tree. You're not even in the trees, but in this case, you are blocked by trees. And we can play this either way that you want. We didn't discuss it ahead of time, but let me tell you that if in this situation, if you decide that, let's do Dr. Klein's way, you're going to have a second problem because you're going to be blocked by trees to the front of. I think that's blocked by trees. You're going to run into that.
Yeah.
That you might have some tree clearance. So we'd have. This is a complicated one because we really need to measure it out.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say you're blocked here because you're not going through a full tree square if you go in this direction. But you do have the dog leg, and whenever you're blocked by trees short of a dog leg, then the dog leg effects come back into play. Right? So that means that if you hit a shot that goes right, it's going to get thrown way left.
Yeah.
So did you follow all that, Jeff? I'm not sure I even followed everything I was saying.
I sort of got it. Yeah.
Right. So how do you want to play it?
I'm more of a traditionalist guy. So
you're under a tree?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't fault you in the slightest for doing that. All right. Now we need to update this shot. And I don't need to just add anything. The game caddy automatically adds that 5 to the right in there. So we just need to update it. And now we'll say you're under a tree and we'll record that shot. And of course, you're going to be up again, as you can see, right? So let me do the all-in-one menu. And when you're under a tree, this is kind of strange. And if you're not familiar with the APBA rules, it might be a little bit hard to follow along. But if you're stymied or under a tree, the dog leg effects don't come into play. It's only when you're blocked by trees that they come into play. But you now have the option of playing safe back to the center line, or you can play more aggressively, but you're going to be limited to a 5-iron.
Great. Let's see what we got here. 5-iron is going to get me 185, which is be a little less than that. Let's have some fun. Let's play aggressive.
Okay. Choose that option. And you'll see now everything is grayed out over here because that's longer than a 5-iron. So what club would you like?
Let's see. Pin 6. Let's go 6-iron.
Okay.
And I am short-sighted.
Right.
So let's just hit it straight. Not going to work the ball.
Okay. So are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. 13.
That's a 4. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is a 4. But his average is a 3, so no help there.
Okay. So this shot goes 385, left 10. You lost again, the game caddy did the second lie roll for you, and it did it automatically. And so you lost 10 carry as a result of that.
Right.
So 385 left 10 with 10 roll. 385. left 10, and 10 roll. So you have a good angle for your next shot.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm okay.
That worked out fine. Yep. I need to add the roll. Okay, now I'm in the rough, and the game caddy did the lie roll for me, and I'm going to get an additional 5 yards carry as a result of that, and the ball is going to go 5 yards to the right. So a 145 would be an 8-iron, and that would put it right on the pin if everything went perfectly. Well, so let's try that. It's a little aggressive, but we'll try that. I'm short-sighted, so I can't aim either.
Well, you got that 5 that'll help you. So hopefully, 5 yards to the right,
and hopefully it doesn't put me into the bunker there. Let's see. So a 13 on Annika is a 3, which is her. Well, this worked out great, I think. That is her average eye. I will take that. I think. I want to do that. Yeah, the shot would go to the left. All right. Yeah, I think I want to do that. So hopefully that puts me right on the pin. 420. Oh, right 10. I should not have taken that. I forgot about. Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot the shot and this 5 right. Yes, that's exactly. Game caddy's right. I'm wrong.
It's always right.
I could have put it on the pin if I had been thinking clearly, but I wasn't. Right. So let's move that out of the way. So.
See, this is the big fear, Scott. The machines are smarter than the masters. This is what you've created.
Yeah. Okay. So that shot's, it's actually going to be on the green there, I think. Yeah. I want to make sure I got that right. That's 10, 410, 420. That's 420. I may have gone too far. I got 5 roll. Yeah. So I think the shot itself went 420, right 10, and then it rolled 5. So I do have that in the correct spot. And to me, I've got a little cheat sheet here that I created. And I'll show people what I've got here. All right, here's a little cheat sheet where all I've done is I've blown up each of these holes because it's so hard to see what things are. So essentially where my ball is sitting right now doesn't show up all that well on the camera, but my ball is sitting, let's see, 6. I'm sitting right there at that juncture.
Right.
Which, and if you can see it, that little thing there is a G. So that it looks like a C on my screen, but it's actually a G on the thing that I'm looking at. So I am on the green from that location, and I'm 1 diagonal away. Would you agree?
I absolutely. I mean, I've got my specs on, and I can even see the little sliver there. So,
okay. All right. So come back here, 1 diagonal. $12 feet for a potential birdie.
All right.
Okay. Now back to you. Okay, so your call distance is 30 yards. You have a good angle. You can tell me what you want your target to be.
No, let's go for it. Let's just leave it as the target where it is.
Target that spot.
Target the pin.
Okay.
And the approach is 30.
55.
There we go. That's a 2.
All right. So you ended up at 415, right 5. So you're going to not be happy with that.
Oh, boy.
Because you're going to be right here. And I'm going to look at my little blow up again to see what that
I don't think I'm in, but double check me.
You're in the rough.
Yeah, I'm not in the bunker, unfortunately.
All right. And again, for those, folks that might say, well, isn't that intermediate fairway because it's less than 1 full square in? I think the way that I play, and I think actually most people play this way, Jeff, I don't know if you do or not. If you're in the darker green area within 1 square of the green, I always consider that rough and not intermediate.
Yeah, that's the way I play it too.
Okay. All right. So let's update this. You're going to be in regular rough. And you're going to be 5 to the pin, so there's nothing really for you to do here. I'll roll it. 66.
That's a 2.
All right. And so you're 6 feet away.
Wow. Rough start here.
Yeah. All right. We're using the regular putting boards. I'm out at 12 feet. I'll go for it. 33. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think it's a 6. Sometimes I have a little trouble reading these numbers. A 6 from 12 feet. I know that's in. Yeah, up to 18 or 19, depending on game situation. All right. So there's a nice birdie.
All right. I'm going for it.
And for you, from 6 feet, 62 in the P column.
That is a 13.
Yeah, that's in 2. So, all right. All right, so we had a little trouble, getting through that hole, mainly because of some rule clarifications and me doing something that caused the LPGA stuff to turn on for Phil Mickelson. I don't believe we'll run into that problem again. I think it was because I did something maybe on the conditions tab, and should have gone back and looked at more carefully at Empire when I loaded that hole. All right, so I had a birdie, a green in regulation, 1 putt, and you had a 5 and 1 putt. All right, so this says no, that says no. That's exactly what we want. Transfer hole number 2. All right. Adjustments were made automatically. Second shots carry -10. Okay, we got a normal dog leg at 245. Let me show the hole to everybody. Pin 6 is right over here on the edge. We'll make things a little bit tricky. There. And once again, a narrow fairway. Okay. And this is the normal dog leg. So you probably don't want to, the problem is if the shot goes, let's see, through the dog leg here, if it goes left but long, I could end up over here. But again, I'm playing a female player here, so that may be less of an issue for me than it is for you. Let's see here. All right. We have, the wind is 5 to the left for the entire hole. I do have a momentum point, but I'm not going to use it on a hole like this. So her distance would be 235 with a carry of 30. So that would be 265. That's 20 yards past the dog leg. I think I'm going to go. I'm really going to play this safe. I don't want to end up in those trees if I can help it. I'm going to hit a 4-wood here. Again, I'm not going to aim or anything. Let's see. Well, maybe I'll aim 5 right just to offset that wind. All right. 12. That's an okay number for her. That's a 4. So I got my average. So the good news with it is that shot went right, so I'm not going to be affected by the dog leg at all if it even goes that far. All right. So shot's going to go 240 right 5 and then roll 15. So 240 right 5 and then roll 15. So that's going to be up here. I guess it would be right there. So I'm in fine shape. I'm going to go add that 15 roll. Yeah, so 255 right 5. fairway. Oh crap! Something's wrong with the game caddy. This thing is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, so I have to do the subtraction again. It's just shutting this thing off. That's the. Let's see. If this is a beta version of the game caddy, I should probably point that out. And I've gone in and tinkered with a few things to fix some stuff. And inevitably, this kind of thing can happen. You go in and you start making some changes. You can end up breaking something that was working fine in the first place. So, I know when I played my LPGA tournament, this didn't happen at all. So this is a problem with this particular beta version of the caddy. And if we play a second 9, I'll make sure I fix that before we go on with that. But anyway, what this means is I'm going to have to do some more mental math here. So I need to get rid of that 30 there, so I'm going to put a minus 30 to make that a 0. And let's enlarge this. Okay. And let me know if you need to see the course.
No, I got it right here. I'm good. Let's go 3 wood. I'm going to aim 15 right. And let's see what happens.
61.
It's a 5.
So 210 right on the center line, roll 20. Let me check something here. That doesn't sound right.
That seems a little short, right?
Yeah, it is. Because what it's doing, this is frustrating. See, even though that says no, it's applying these. So what I need to do is I just need to add 30 yards to that drive.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
just get rid of the minus 30, I guess. Yeah.
You know what I'm wondering now? This is actually the first time that I've played men versus women. And because when I've used the LPGA tool before, it's always been with women, but I built it with the understanding that you could use it with both sexes at the same time. But because that was so long ago, I can't remember. It may not actually be factoring this in, even though it shows up on the screen. It may not be factoring it in as long as that
that N is on.
As long as that N is on.
All right.
All right. So anyway, the shot went 240 and then rolls 20. So you're at 260, right on the center line in the fairway. All right, my bad. All right, so I'm going to be far here. And I'm going to be short-sighted. I don't think I'm going to work the ball, even with an A rating. My carry objective is 135. I can get rid of that wind by knocking down the shot. So I'm gonna hit a 9-iron knockdown. Second shot's minus 10. Forgot about that.
That's the other feature I wanted you to add, is that the the hole notes flash because constantly I've played and I read them in the beginning and I get to that second shot. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to.
Yeah. You know, you might remember this, Jeff, in very early versions of the Game Caddy, there were things that were flashing, but it was one of these things that it would flash on some people's screens and not on others. Yeah. And, you know, it just, again, not a normal Excel feature. Okay, so let me change my club. I'm going to hit an 8-iron knockdown. Okay, so here we go. 36. Oh, goodness sakes. Well, thankfully, again, she has a 4 on that, so that ball's even going to go to the right, thankfully. All right. I may be a little bit short, but let's see what happens here. So 385, right 5 with no roll if I'm on the green. 385, right 5. 60, 70, 85. So I'm right there. And once again, I'm one diagonal away. And again, I'm counting this out and trying to manage video and some other things. So if I make a mistake, you know, call me out, Jeff.
I'm on you.
Okay. 16 feet. All right. Let's see what you've got here. You've got the -10 that's already in, but that's because of this. It has nothing to do with the LPG.
Okay. And what I got? 140.
Yeah, carry objective is 140.
Right. So 3. No roll on the green. Let's do 9-iron, knockdown. Aim 5 right.
Okay, here we go. 41.
It's a 5.
So 375 right on the center line and no roll if you're on the green. Let's see where you are.
I think I'm just off.
And then you'll get 5 roll. Yeah, so you'll roll right to there. Yep. And you're 2 diagonals away.
All right.
And you could have taken your bounce back on that tee shot.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't. I thought about it,
and had a great shot. So,
yeah.
All right. So 33 feet.
I'm going to play it safe.
All right. 16. I'm glad you did.
25.
33. 3 feet. And your second roll, are you okay using my convention?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Your second roll. Yeah, it just goes faster. 22.
That's a 4, so that should be in.
That's it. Yep. All right, so you got par there. And now 16 feet, I'm going to go for it. 22. Okay, that's a 5. That's going to be good. Up to 13. All right, Annika 2 under, Phil 1 over. You got through another hole here. All right, let's look at hole number 3.
Got to go easy on me, Scott. They're going to be laughing at me in the locker room.
Well, you know, Annika has a ridiculously good card. That's for sure. Hole number 6 is right there. Now, Jeff, are you old enough to remember the Billie Jean King, Bobby Riggs?
Sure. I'm almost old enough to forget it, but yes, I remember it. Yeah.
That's a great line. I love that line. I will use that line someday.
You can steal it.
I love that line. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what year that was or how old I was, but I was clearly not an adult.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah.
And naively, I thought Bobby Riggs stood a chance, but he did not.
Yeah.
Okay, let's load the hole here. And my mouse is jumping around again. Come on, cooperate. Something's got to go right tonight. Okay.
I sort of remember that being live, like on ABC Sports or something. But maybe I'm misremembering.
It was. I think it was. Yeah, it was a nighttime prime thing. Yeah.
Came in on a throne and the whole thing. It's quite a spectacle.
All right. So I do have a birdie, and I only have one momentum. Let's see where this would put me here. So we don't have any hole notes. 210. So that means I would have to use a wood, which would take me right, which is where I want to go. That's okay.
We got a headwind here.
It is at the front of the green there. So
we have a 10-yard headwind there.
I don't on hole 3. Do you have that?
No. I'm saying I think on the wind roll.
Oh, okay. Yes, I was thinking about course adjustments.
No.
Yes, right. Yes, 10-yard. So that's why it's 210 here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So. I may have to try to roll it through that. Let me show people what I'm talking about. I may have to try to hit it here and roll through there if I can. I want to see whether this is sand trap or rough. Let me look at my little cheat sheet here. It looks like it's on the line, so that could be considered rough. All right. All right, I'll come back here. All right, so I think I'm just going to hit a 2-iron. I feel like I'm forgetting something or I'm doing something wrong. I'm so paranoid now about that setting on the Empire course thing. All right, let's just hit a 2-iron, and I'm going to take my momentum, get rid of that, and I am not going to take the average or the bonus here. I'll just hit a 4. Let's see where this goes. So 205 right 5, and then 15 green roll or 20 fairway roll. So 205 right 5 is right there. Okay, that's rough. And then what I say, 20 fairway roll, which converts to 10 because I'm in the rough. So that takes it right to that one diagonal away again. But let's see whether that's in the green or not. Let's see. Yes, that is on the green according to my little cheat sheet.
Yep.
And just what I'm referring to is that spot right there. There's a G. It is, when you blow it up, sometimes these things are way more obvious than if you're just looking at it on the with the naked eye. So one diagonal again, 13 feet away. All right, and you're going to be up, and let's just see what happens here. All right, I'm going to go over here. I'm pretty sure that, see, that changes. It changed again. That's the problem. I want that to be a no. I want that to be a no, but this one's too late. This one's already executed, but this one has not. I don't think. All right. Yeah, these club distances are not right for you.
Right. Well, I've got my game caddy up, so I've been keeping it on here. So I've been using that.
Well, you know what I can do is I can close this and reopen it, and of course this will help me figure out whether that's causing the problem. Yeah. See, the opening of the game caddy is reversing some things, I think.
Well, do you want me to take my shots without opening
Sure.
the?
Yeah, go ahead. You're going to have to.
Well, what I'm saying is I've got my version of the game caddy open on my other monitor, so I know my yardages. But if you're thinking it's the all-in-one that's doing it for me, we don't have to open that, and you can just hit a regular shot.
Yeah, I mean, your version should be okay.
Yeah, you do it old school. But what I'm going to do is hit a 2-iron. No working the ball.
All right, I'm not sure this is going to work. Let me. I hate to do this. Let me pause just for a second. Okay, I want to check something. Yeah, these distances are not right, but these are the distances that are going to get used if I use this. So I'm going to have to add, what is it, 30 yards? If you're using a 2-iron, let me go back here. I forgot what the rule is.
It's 2-iron.
Yeah, I'm going to have to add 20 yards. Yeah, I'm going to have to add 20 yards to the shot, to the carry distance. So I can do that here. This is so bizarre to me. It's complicated what's going on here. Let me just do it after the shot is taken.
Okay.
I don't want to screw with that. All right, take the shot.
Yep.
45.
It's a 5. No, that should be 215, 5 left, according to my game caddy.
Why is it 15? All right, so the shot, this shot should be 215, 5 left.
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, so you're at 225, 5 left? No, this 20, we got to get rid of the 20. This is a mess. So 205, 5 left, is that what you get? Taking the wind into account?
Oh, take that back because mine, this 5 minus 10 is 220. Should be 210. 210 because I had a 5 carry on I had a different wind setting on mine. That's all.
Well, I mean, I could go over and look on the clubs tab here. 2-iron, the roll was a 5, right?
Yeah.
2-iron. Okay. Yeah, 210, 5 left. Okay. All right. So that's what we got in there.
That puts me right in the sand trap.
205 left, yes. I have you in the 205 left is in the bunker. In the deep rough, I mean.
Yeah.
Right there, correct? That's deep rough.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the center line. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm with you.
Thanks for your patience, Jeff. This is.
I told you I'd break it.
Well, sadly, I know I broke it. All right, so we'll you don't get any roll when you're in deep rough, and we can call it deep rough. At that distance, it's not going to make any difference. Game caddy's just going to treat it like rough. Okay, and you're going to be up again, and you do have a good angle. That's the good news.
Yep.
But your call distance is 25. So get my marker out of the way there. So what do you want to target? You want to target that spot or someplace different?
Yeah, let's go for the pin.
All right. And you want to hit from the south?
Yeah.
That's the default. Okay. 52.
3. That's not so bad.
That's a great shot. All right. So you ended up at 220 right 10, which is right on the pin. So let's see if you chipped it in. Gosh, I can't control my mouse. 7 feet away.
All right.
Nice shot.
It's a recovery.
All right. So I'm 13. I'll go for it. 62 is a 12. 13 feet, and that's in. She's relentless.
The hits just keep on coming.
Yeah.
They'll go for it.
From 7, 16.
Oosh, 25.
Sorry.
Ugh.
2 feet.
53 is a 19.
That's good. All right. Okay. Hole number 4. I think I know a way, perhaps, that will help a little bit with the problem that we've got, but it's hard to do these things on the fly. All right, so second shot's -10, shots landing on green, roll an additional 5 yards. Again, I play that if it's a WI shot, not if it's an approach shot. And we got a little bit of wind here, so a carry of 5. Amount of momentum points. And this is a gentle dog leg, so I don't have to worry about that this time around. But man, we got come on. We got these bunkers right here, right? So I need to be over here. The pin location is right on the center line there. All right, so I'm going to aim right for sure. All right. I'm going to hit a 4-wood and aim 10 right. .62 is a 4, which is our average W, so I'll take that. Use 5 yards. So this goes 265 right 15 with 15 green, 15 fairway roll. So 265 right 15. 265 right 15, 15 roll. 1, 2, 3 right there. So that is the fairway. It doesn't look like the fairway where I'm putting the marker. My angle is very different in terms of what I'm looking at versus what's on the screen.
Yeah.
But there's where it is. That should be 280 right 15. So let's add the 15 here. Yep. And the fairway. All right. And before I click this, I'm going to come over here to Empire. I'm going to click this to know. And that to know. And then click the all-in-one button, and let's see what happens. See if it works out right. It didn't solve both problems. Keep forgetting what I'm doing halfway through. All right. If I close this and close that and reopen it. No, it's absolutely broken. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to do this for you to try to make it a little bit easier for you. So here's your carry distances for a driver. If you want to look at a different club, just let me know.
Nope. And I've got my screen up too, so I've got the yardage here. So okay. I'm gonna hit driver, and I'm gonna aim 5 left.
You're gonna go left, okay?
Oh, I bogeyed last hole. Maybe I'll use a momentum. Let's see, a bounce back. So if I do that, no aiming, gets me 265, 15 right, which is 10 right. Yeah, I'll use my bounce back.
All right, then you can't aim.
Not gonna aim.
Okay. All right, so it'll be a 4, and do you want to
yeah, I'm going to reduce it by 5.
I'm sorry?
I'll reduce it by 5.
Okay. And we'll take the shot, but I'm going to have to edit the shot. I just want to make sure everything looks right.
5 carry.
Okay. So 290 right 10. Well, maybe that what I did fix that. I think that's right. 290 right 10.
That seems 20 yards long because a 4 on the driver would be 265. Add the 5 wind is 270.
Why is that even a carry 50? I have no idea what it's.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a par 5. That's why. Okay. Yeah, 20 yards too long, you say?
So I should be 270, 10 right.
There you go. What a mess. All right, 270, 10 right, and then you get 25 roll.
Right.
So you'll be in the fairway.
Yeah.
25 roll, I think it's right there. So 295 right 10 and fairway. Now we're going to lose 10 on the second shot.
Right.
And if it lands on the green, it's going to roll 5. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to actually put a 5 in there. That won't apply unless, of course, the ball's on the green.
Right.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this. It's going to be very difficult to put this ball close to the pin for her. All right, what do I want to do? 235. I'm going to be in the bunkers almost certainly. What can I do? I have a good angle. It's a par 5. You can't aim on the second shots on a par 5 unless you're going for the green, which I'm not. Well, I'll just hit it in the bunker. That's all. Play from the bunker. That's not the end of the world. It's not like it's water. Okay. So 46. Well, she clobbered it maybe. 33. What happens there? 475 left 5. It's still going to be well short. So 475 left 5, and then 25 fairway roll. Which would be 15 fairway roll.
Right.
Cutting in half and rounding up.
Yep.
All right. So I'm actually in the bunker. I'm between bunkers.
Right.
All right. So 15. All right. carry objective is 215.
All right, let's go 3 iron. No aiming.
What? Just 1 second here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this pop-up chart that you're looking at is, it looks to be, everything is 30 yards too short.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jeff. What did you say? You wanted to do what? 3 iron? No, not, you don't have a 3 iron. What'd you say?
Yeah, 3 iron.
You don't have one.
Oh, right. I knew I was going to be between clubs. Well, let's go long then. Let's go a 2 iron. No aiming. Let's see if it sticks.
Okay. 25.
Just what I didn't need. It's a 3. It's going to be way long.
Well, and I think we need to knock off, was it 30 yards, I said? So this says carry of 200 with a 3, and the club that you used was a 2 iron?
Yeah. So it should be 220.
Right. So we add 20.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be long.
5. So 510, left 5, and roll 20.
And fairway in the back.
Yeah, you might even be in the rough there. Let's see. No, you're right. I took you 5 too far.
Yeah.
All right.
.530 left 5.
Oh, yeah, and it did add that additional roll. Okay, all right, good. 25 to the pin. You want to change your target?
No. Let's just go right for it.
All right, and you're hitting from the north.
Yep.
Okay, and 14.
14.
All right, so this goes 500 left 5.
Jeez.
I believe that's there, is it not?
5 left 5.
Let me double check. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 500 would be one on the other. Yeah, so it would be a diagonal away, but I think you're in the rough again.
Yeah.
My little cheat sheet again. So that's actually on my thing. It's actually fairway.
Fairway. Yeah. Yeah. It looks fairway.
Yeah.
Yeah. One diagonal.
All right. Why did I do that? Oh, I know why I did that. So I'm going to record this as a shot that's in the fairway. It went ahead and erased it, but I'll put the 13 back in there again.
Yeah.
If you elected to putt from there because you're one square off the green. You would be using the putting column that is one column
to the right.
So you'd have to go for it and use the 15 to 19 foot column if you chose to putt from there. If you would rather chip, you can do that as well. It's just,
got it. Okay,
it's entirely up to you.
Yep.
But I think I'm up on for right now.
Yep.
Okay. So, and I'm 15 away, so I'll just click on this. 44 is a 2, and I'm 8 feet away for a potential birdie. So now back to you. And I don't get rid of that 13, which I didn't want it to do, but I remember that number was. So do you want to putt from there, or do you want to chip?
Let's try putting. Not too crazy about his putting numbers, but let's give it a shot.
Okay, so we'll use the putter off green tool here. Chipping with the putter, yes. Your roll is a 53. And what is that in the P column?
19.
So a 19 in this column, you missed it by 2 feet.
All right.
All right, now we're both on the green, so I can click on this. And I'm going to be going for a birdie here from 8 feet. 56. I finally got a bad roll. 24 from 8 feet. Missed it by 1 foot. And then a 51 is a 23. Phil has a 12 on that. That's impressive. But that's good for me. All right, so I parred it. You're from 2 feet for a par. 31.
That's
22.
22.
That's going to be it. Yep. All right. Hole number 5.
Well, at least we know she's human.
All right. Okay, now I need to put these numbers back in again for her. It's minus 30, minus 20, and this is minus 10, and minus 10. All right. And of course, once the game caddy is working correctly, shouldn't have to do what I just did. But until then, hole number 5. Crosswind right, no hole notes, no dog legs. And so we'll just grip it and rip it.
Yep.
66.
Ooh.
1. Clobbered it. See what this wind does. Blew me 10 right, which is fine. So 300 left 5 with 30 roll.
Wow. Great drive.
It's going to put it right up there.
Good angle. Everything's right.
There we go. Okay.
Driver, let's aim 5 left and see if we can knock off some of that wind anyway.
All right. Driver, 5 left.
Right. Left.
All right, and we're going to have to use the clubs tab here again. Okay. 55.
That's 3. That should be 270, 15 left.
So 310, left 20 with a roll of 30. If you're in the fairway.
Let's see where we ended up.
You're in the rough. So you're going to get a roll of 15. Agreed?
Yep.
Still a fine shot.
Yep.
All right. .325, left 20, regular rough. All right. So now you've got a questionable lie.
Oof.
And as in addition to the crosswind right, you've got a 5 carry, 5 additional yards right, and then 5 green roll if you're additional green roll if you're on the green, which you might well be. And you've got, because of the questionable lie, not that you would be working the ball on this shot because you've got a good angle, but you would have a restriction on that too.
So I'm getting 5 carry, 5 right.
And the carry objective is 155.
155. All right. No aiming. Let's go 8 iron.
All right. So if you got your average eye of 3 from the rough, that would be 175. If you were in the fairway, that'd be 180. Let's see. Yeah, so these are off by 20 yards. Okay. Have you done the math on that? Because I wasn't.
Well, the 155 is the right number, right?
Right.
So an 8 iron from the rough.
Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong chart. I pulled up the actual APBA course boards.
Yeah.
And I was looking at a 6 iron, not an 8 iron.
Okay. 8 iron. So that should be 155. Yep. 10 right.
Yep.
5 roll.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So do the roll. And you're not knocking it down?
No.
Okay. 22.
It's 3. And I will reduce it by 5.
And you got blown 20 right. So 460 right 30. Yeah, everything going for you there, and then the wind screwed you up. 460 right 30 with 5 fairway roll.
In the rough.
Yep. Right there. So 465 right 30, regular rough. All right. Now 150 is the carry objective. That's an 8 iron. I will knock it down. .23 is a 4. I'm going to be a little bit short, but I think I'll be on the green. So I got 30 right, but because I knocked it down, it's only 15 right, in addition to the shot going 5 right. So it's 470 right 20. Let's see. 470. I'll do this with my other hand. 60, 70, 10, 20. I'm in the rough.
Just in front of the bunker.
And yeah. And then did I get a roll? I did. I got 5 rolls. So that will go to right there. All right. All right. You're short-sighted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And your call distance is 35 yards, which is targeting you presently right at that spot right there.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll leave it at 35. 63.
That's a 3.
Chip. Phil can chip, can he? All right. So 480. So you and the pin's at 480 right 10. So you'll be 2 straights away. Don't even do that. So you are 21 feet away for a par putt. And I'm 10 feet from the pin. 23 again is a 4. And I'm going to be 7 feet away for a par putt. So go for it or not?
No, I got to play this safe.
All right, play it safe. 53.
19.
19, 21. That's going to be 1 foot out.
All right.
Second number 41. Make sure that's it. All right. Annika from 7. 52 is a 21 from 7. For par, it's good. She's a killer. All right. Hole number 6.
Okay. Were we talking about the Masters where Scotty Scheffler has the lead, then the guys behind him have to start playing more reckless?
Right.
We're about to see that.
We have a 5 left wind.
Okay.
On this, show everybody the hole here. Let's see, we got a dog leg there at 230. Let's see, that's a normal dog leg at 230. Right there. So if you hit the rope in this direction, you could end up over here, this bunker, which I don't want. Pin 6, I believe, is right there. So yeah, so probably lay it up somewhere in this vicinity. I want to go no more than 250. All right, so I'm going to hit a 4-wood. Not going to aim, just hit a 4-wood. 24 is a 4. That's our average W. That's just insane. So 240 on the center line and roll 15. So that'll be a 255 on the center line. Right there. There's almost too much club. All right. And thankfully, the wind is what saved me, that 5 left.
Yeah.
Well, I say saved me. It kept me from being in the intermediate fairway or intermediate rough.
Yeah.
Now, you still have your bounce back.
Didn't I use that on 2? I think
You considered it and then decided not to.
right. Okay, I'm with you. So that would be a 4. Can't aim. 250 is too long. Five wood brings me 225. Roll a 10. It's kind of short. Three. 250. I'm going to go left. Let me use my bounce back. If I hit a 3 wood, yeah, it may screw me up because it's 10 right, 5 right, but I get the 5 left. Maybe I'm okay.
So yeah, so that is an average W of 4. So that'd be 265, right 15. Although you're going to go left 5, and if you took your bonus, it would be 265 right 5 at plus roll.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Yeah, this number's not right. But so this said 220, and that number should be what did I say?
250.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Yeah, it should be 250. So I had 30 to that. Yeah, 250. All right, yeah. So that's 280 on the center line. I must have done something wrong with my math. So yeah, I was looking at the wrong club. That was the problem.
Okay.
I was looking at the driver, not the
the
3 wood. Yeah. So you're 280 on the center line plus 20 roll. When I can't rely on the game caddy, you can see how many mistakes I'm prone to make, right? I mean,
yeah.
And when the game caddy's broken like it is tonight, that's a real hardship all the way around. All right. So 300 on the center line is where you're going to be. So you're going to be right there in great shape. All right. So we're both going to have good angles here. Do I want to aim 5 right? I got to hit it one. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go 5 right. At the very least, I've got this wind that's 5 left. Maybe I'll go 10 right. I'll go 10 right. Okay, 55. Oh, okay. So this is. I'm gonna do something slightly different. I'm gonna make that 5. I'm gonna then hit a 7 iron and I'm gonna knock it down.
Cut down that wind.
Yeah. So that will essentially nullify that.
Right.
Okay. 32. Well, she got a bad shot here, I'm pretty sure. 14. 395, left 15, and roll 5. 395, left 15. Splat, no roll. Right there. All right.
— 110.
Yeah, won't change your carry objective.
Let's go gap wedge. Knock down. Aim 5 right.
Well, I hope it works out better for you. 65.
It's a 4.
Better number. So 410, right 10. So you're going to be, and -5 green roll. So you're going to be one diagonal away. So 410, right 10, puts you right there, and then you roll back to there. Agreed?
Yep.
One diagonal?
Yep.
Okay. Eight feet. That's pretty good for one diagonal. All right. Now, I do have some sand points here, I think. Yeah, we'll use a sand point. So, which is essentially like using the fairway column. I'm going to hit from the south. And I'm going to target, let's see here. I think I'm going to target the center line. We don't need to worry about wind at this distance. This says call distance of 20, but I'm going to use 25 since this would give me an unfair advantage.
Right.
25. So we get here. Oh, sand point. There we go. 34. That's a 4. Incredible. So I'm 415 on the center line, which is going to be one diagonal away once again. Yeah. So I'm 11 feet away. You are 8. So I'm putting first for a par. You have a birdie opportunity. So here we go, 11 feet. 15, that'll be in. 10 from 11 feet, good. So a sand save there.
Yeah,
and
let's go for it.
Yep, 8 feet. 12. That's right.
22.
8 feet. For a bogey, that's in, but it's a tap in otherwise.
Yeah.
So you're gonna save par, but I know you would have liked to have the birdie.
Yeah, I want to steal one back.
All right. Hole 7. All right, let's see what this hole looks like. You got the pin in the way back left there. Got another dog leg here at 275. That's probably not going to be an issue for her. Got a little extra space on the right than you do on the left, but it's one of the wider fairway landing spots.
Yeah.
Okay. So no wind. It's a normal dog leg. Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit a driver. 33 is a 2. So this goes 290 right 10 and then rolls 30. 290 right 10. So I'm going to go through the inside of that dog leg.
Yep.
And I'm going to let the game caddy do the math on that. So I'm going to put the 30 in because it's going to throw me a little bit left. So I'm 320 left 5.
And I will go driver as well. And no aiming.
62.
That's a 4.
Average W?
It's going to be 265, huh?
Right.
Yeah, let's reduce it 1.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to change this to 265. So that shot went 305, left 5, and you're going to get that. That's going to be in the fairway, but then you're going to get some roll here.
Yeah.
See what happens. You're left, but I don't know if I think you went left after you went through the dog leg, though. I think.
Yeah.
So you're going to end up 330, left 15.
That works.
Yeah. Nice shot.
Thank you. Let's see what we can do with it.
Okay. Fairway. Okay. So what am I looking at here? Short-sighted. Don't want to go long for sure, right?
Yep.
215, so 4 would be too much. 2 iron. I hit a 2 iron. I'm not going to do anything other than that. Just hit a 2 iron. 32. Unbelievably, that's a 4 on our card. Unbelievable. Let's see, and that shot will go right, and I don't want to go right, so I'll reduce it 5 yards. So this will land at 515. So that is just going to barely be on the green. So, and then I'll get 15 roll. So 515 lands right there, and then 15 roll. 1, 2, 3, and once again, I'm a diagonal away, I think. Yep.
Yep. Good shot.
Don't you wish every time you played you had a golfer with these kind of numbers? I mean, it would. I mean, it really simplifies things.
Yeah. I played around the other day. I think I told you I got Cactus Valley, the PGA course, and I played Tiger against Payne Stewart, and both those guys. It wasn't their card. I mean, Tiger's card's great, Payne's okay, but they were getting rolls like you wouldn't believe, and it was neck and neck. And Tiger wound up 3 under at the end, and Payne 2 under. It was just a great round. It was just,
well, and I've seen some of your Masters tournament scores that you got.
Yeah.
And, your scores are lower than my scores, based on that sample size.
Yeah. No, I've had some great rounds. That Masters tournament was a lot of fun.
Okay. So you've got a
game caddy saved me on that too. I never would have finished it without the caddy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for saying that. And all the nice things that you said earlier. Unfortunately, this is not the game caddy's finest hour, but
yeah.
we'll get it fixed. It's,
yeah.
It's lesson learned, don't try out a new game caddy during a live stream. Yeah. Stick with the old one. Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'll go 4 iron. There's no wind. If I hit it right, it should go 5 right. We don't want that. Let's work the ball. 5 left.
Okay.
Let's see how good he is.
All right, here are your 2 rolls.
Yep.
Okay. 21 in the W column for the shot.
Okay, the shot will be a 16, which isn't so good, and 26.
26.
Be a 32, which is even worse.
I don't know, with working the ball, I'm not sure what that does. Okay. So the shot goes 490 right 15. So, and I want to make sure that the carry is 165 here. Let's see, 16. It should be a 185.
Right. Yeah. So that's 20 yards more. 510.
Yeah. So 510 right 15.
And it puts me in the sand trap.
Yep. Right there. All right. You have a sand point you can use if you want.
Gonna use it. Yep.
All right. And what club do you want to use? Oh, let's see, the club. It's distance. So do you want to change the target at all? Let's see, you have a good angle.
Now let's go for it.
You are playing aggressive. Okay.
Yep.
And you're hitting from south. Okay.
Yep.
All right. 23.
4.
Right. So 540, left 5. So you may be too long.
Yep.
Let's see, get rid of my ball marker here.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the rough.
You're sitting in the rough here, aren't you?
Yep.
Just a little bit past. All right. So another rough. 5 from the pin. Can't putt from here because you're in the rough.
Yep.
Although you see the pros do it. 21.
That's a 4.
And so you're going to be 7 feet away.
All right.
Or unfortunately, a bogey putt, I think. Yeah. All right. So Annika's far at 15. We'll go for it. This is a birdie chance. 16. The number comes up a disproportionate amount of times for me. 25. I shouldn't complain. She's had great numbers to this point. 25 is missed by 4. And second number is a 54. Oh, she might miss this. That's a 33.
Oof.
Now she can miss some short putts, can't she? 4.
Yeah.
So she's got 3 putt. You're going to get so that she misses that by 3 feet. Okay, we got one more putt here. Hopefully, no more than that. And we're going to roll another 54. 61 is a 13. That's it.
That's it.
Wow. All right. And from 7 feet, you're going for it?
Yep.
55, I'm sure that's in.
7.
All right. You didn't lose any ground.
Nope. Didn't gain any either.
That wasn't a great hole for either of us.
No.
All right. Hole number 8. This is one of the bigger greens. That's what hole 8 looks like.
Yep.
That pin right there in the front, not too far away from the water. Par 3. All right, let's load it.
It'll be a plus
The
10.
The chat boards have been quiet tonight.
Yeah.
People didn't show up, or they tuned out, or after all the problems with the caddy, or they're just sitting in amazement. I don't know. There we go. So add 10 yards. That'll help a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Do have a bounce back here.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to shake it, almost no matter what. I don't want to fool with that water.
So my actual number, my carry should be 190, right?
Let's see. So the carry objective is 170. And let's see. Yeah. So yes, I think that's correct. I think it's a 20-yard adjustment. Or is it, no, maybe 180. Maybe 180. I think it's
oh, yeah. You're right. Because there's the 10 carry. That's what I'm thinking. That's why. Okay, so 180.
All right. So if I hit a 6-iron knockdown, let's see, and she hits to the left. I could maybe put this right on the pin. All right, so a 6-iron knockdown. Oh, we got 10 left, wind of 10 left. I didn't see that. So that will not put it on the pin. But I think what it'll do is put me 1 square away, I think. So we'll knock this down because that'll knock that wind in half. I'm taking the bonus, so I can't do any aiming or working the ball. And that's a 3. And I think I'm going to get 5 roll on this. So let's just see what happens here. So 185 left 10. So, and then 5 roll. So 185 left 10, 5 roll, and that's on the green. I can see that. All right. So I'm 1 straight away by using my bounce back. So I've got an 8-foot putt there remaining. Yeah. So your stated carry objective is 170, but we have to add back in these 10 yards. So 180. You've used your bounce back.
Right. Well, I'm going to hit the same shot and just do it the hard way. So 6-iron knockdown.
Yeah.
Let's hope for the roll.
62.
It's a 5.
It's going to be a little short. Hopefully you're not going to be in the water.
Yeah.
So that 155 is not right. I think that should be a 165.
165 is the right number. Yep.
And that's looking at the knockdown number?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that does not help the cause.
So 185 left 10. Well, you cleared the water. So 185 left 10. Right. And then 5 roll. So get rid of me here. 185. Oh, well, you actually got the same result.
That can't be.
How can that be?
Well,
you know how it can be because I'm hitting from closer tees. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, because we had the 10 carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that's
all right. Caught a break.
Trust the game caddy.
Game caddy's never wrong. I should never. I don't know. No, usually.
It's always wrong tonight. But with understanding what's wrong, when we make our mental adjustments, we can trust it then. Okay. So that puts you 1 straight away. You're 9 feet. Of course you are.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. So you're long.
Let's go for it.
All right. Come on, Phil. You can make this. Maybe not with that roll.
25.
So that misses by 2 feet. And then a 46.
26.
That's
okay. Yeah.
All right. So par, I'm going to go for it from 8 feet. 64. That's a 23 from 8 feet. That misses 2. 1 foot. Another 16. I'm telling you, I get those a whole lot.
Yeah.
All right. So So whatever momentum I had, it's certainly died down here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Empire, hole number 9.
Normal dog leg at 285. Shouldn't be too bad.
We got a normal dog leg here at 285 left. Let's take a look at the hole. Pin location is way back here.
On the right.
I want to risk it with a driver and try to thread that needle. No, I don't. Why bother with that? I'm just going to hit a 4-wood here. No wind. 4-wood. Swing away. 13 is a 4, our average W. Take that. 250, right 5, 15 roll. Right there. And I'll be short-sighted, but that's fine. I'm not in any trouble. That is all I care about. All right.
Good. Let's go 3-wood.
Okay. Anything else?
No, just swing away.
12.
21.
That's right. Oh, I thought maybe that was an okay number on his card.
Yep.
All right.
Not today.
All right, so I gotta look this up because it's carried.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What should that be?
It should be.
I think it's 265. But
Should be. Oh, 3-wood. Sorry.
270. 21.
21, 255, 45 left.
Oh wait, 3 got a 3-wood. I keep looking at the wrong club.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. All right, 255. Yeah, it's using those alternate clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
255, 45 left, and I'm deep in the trees.
Yeah. So you're. Oh, we got to get rid of this 40 carry business again.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. 255, 45 left. So 10, 20, 30, 45. Then we do the tree bounce. No change. All right, so you're going to be stymied.
Yep.
Which is better than being blocked because you got that dog leg there.
Yep. Oh boy.
All right, so just show everybody where you're sitting. Okay, so you can play safe back to the center line or play aggressive, and you're going to be limited to a 7-iron with no aiming.
Yep. Seven-iron will get me about 160 yards, which. Yeah, let's get aggressive. Let's hit the 7, see where I end up.
I almost always play aggressive when I'm in the trees.
Yeah, I mean, here, if even I hit to the center line, I got a trap I can wind up in. There's a lot of things can go wrong there too. So,
all right, 7-iron. Now, weirdly you can work the ball, you just can't aim. So you want to work the ball?
Yeah, I'm okay. Let's see where it goes.
Right. 33.
All right, it's a 3.
And do you want to take your average eye?
Yeah.
All right. And here we go. Let's see what happens. 315 right 5. You lost 80 on the carry. And that's not an LPGA thing. That's you cut a limb or something. So 315 right 5 with 5 roll.
325 right. In the fairway, short-sided. Not a good break.
Some days just suck. Okay. Hmm. 205 is the carry objective. I'll hit a 2-iron, and I'm just going to go for the center of the green. 66.
Oh boy.
I maybe too much club. 485 left 5. Yeah, I'm over the green.
Yeah, way over.
Yeah. So 485 left 5, and if I'm in the rough back there, I'm going to roll 10. So 285 left 5. I think this was 70, wasn't it? So 85 left 5, and then I'm gonna be stopped by either the tree or the deep rough, one or the other at that point. So I'm only going to roll 5. Yeah, did that right. All right, and I'm just going to call it regular rough because it's going to use the rough column. All right. Your carry objective is 150. That's where you're sitting.
All right. Nine iron may do it. Let's go 9 iron. I'm going to work the ball 5 right. Worked so peachy last time. Let's see.
55 for your shot.
That's a 3. That's my average.
You want to take it?
Yeah. And 66 is a 2 for the work the ball. See what that does.
Yeah, so this shot went 150, not 140. So 470 right on the center line with no roll. So you're going to be 2 straights away.
All right.
Well,
numbers.
Kudos to you for being able to figure out your club selection when the information on the screen is incorrect for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's certainly an added challenge. I'm not quite sure how you're able to do
I don't know
that.
if that's more of a challenge or playing against Sorenstam, but that card is ridiculous.
It's sort of like Phil playing with one hand tied behind his back. I mean, it's really not fair to you, but it's, you know, in the moment, there's nothing I can do about it.
No, it's all right. It's all good.
All right, and unfortunately, I'm not within 20 here. I do have a good angle.
Did you get my putt distance? Did I miss that?
Oh, maybe I missed it. Let's see. Let's go back to. I did. I just put you on the green. All right.
Two straight.
21 feet.
Mm. Not bad.
All right. I'm going to target 5 right instead of 10 right. Again, it changes that to 20, but I'll use the 25.
Yep.
And I'm hitting from the north. 62 is a 3. And that put me at 470 right fine. So it put me right where I targeted. So I'm one straight away with an 11-footer for par. Okay. 21 feet.
I'm going to go for it.
Did I give you an extra stroke here?
No, because
you were in the trees. No,
trees that I lost 80 yards. And so,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, well, let's go for it.
All right, 21.
That's no glory. Doubles.
64.
23. Up. I was going for it, so go to the top.
Oh, right. Thank you.
So that's 4 feet. And 25 is 24. But just made it.
All right. From 11 feet. Going for it. 63 is a 26. That's like missed it by 3. The next number is a 16 again. I'm telling you, the dice roller is stuck on that number, and that's in. All right. Yeah, so that was finishing up that front 9 was.
That was brutal.
Rough on both of us. Both of us 2 over par on the last 3 holes. That's there. So at the turn, Annika is 1 under. Phil is 5 over. He's having his struggles.
Yep.
With 3 greens at this point, 4 fairways, and Annika, she's hitting her fairways, and I knew that was going to happen, right? All those single digits.
Yeah.
On her card, and 67 greens or 7% greens in regulation. Longest putt 16 feet versus Phil with 7 feet there. All right. So are you okay to call it a night, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And what I'll do is I'll get this, problem fixed, and your scores will much improve after that. And, thanks again for, putting up with the extra challenge of having to recalculate shots to compensate for the game caddy not being able to shut off the LPGA rules correctly here. And, we'll get together maybe in a week or so. And
yep, definitely. No, this was a lot of fun. It's always good to play and chat through it too. So I had a good time.
Yeah. Well, and, thanks to everybody that, watched and hung in there for us. Good to see Stephen turn up and others that may have. And until next time, grip it and rip it.
Have a good night.
Night.